Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Reap What You Sow Gardening. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how does satellite TV work? And is it free? Can you get free channels from it? Is it legal? You're going to find out today. So, it all starts with your dish. You're going to have a satellite dish. Obviously. There's really no other way to that. You're going to probably have a dish if you have DirecTV or had. You're probably going to have a dish like this. This is called a Slimline. It's a 2-foot dish, 2x2. So it's 2x2. And this is a 3-foot dish, so it's 3x3. And this one is a FTA dish. Both work for FTA. What's FTA? It's free TV. So you can get free channels with these dishes, but you have to lock onto an FTA satellite like Galaxy 19, which is located at 97. It's probably a little bit over there. Or you can go lock onto 91, which is probably there. Right now it's on 101. It's on DirecTV's 101 satellite, but it shares the same slot that a free-to-air satellite in the same 101 place. If you have Dish Network or Bell Canada, you're most likely going to have an old dish like this. Now, I'm obviously in North Carolina. We can't get to Bell satellites. So the 91 and 82 I'm talking about here are the FTA slots. We're not talking about the Bell, the Nimiq ones today. So this gets your satellite 110 and 119 West. Oh, the Slimline gets 101, 103, and 99. So there's that 500. This is my main dish. This is a Dish Network 1000.4. So it gets 1000 plus channels. So you have 110 over here and then 119i. How does it work? So, satellite 110, which is over here, right? From working at the back of the dish, it beams into this part. Goes into that eye. 119, this is probably a little bit over here somewhere, I don't know. It goes into this side, beams into that eye. That's how that works. Okay, so this is what you also might have, or used to have. This is a DirecTV Slimline dish. This is just like the other one I showed. It's an SL3, so swim, single wire multi-switch. What is a multi-switch? It combines plenty of satellites down one wire. So it's a single wire switch. It gets 99, 101, and 103. Just like the other one. A Swim 5, which I do have, gets Dish Network 119, 110, DirecTV 101, 103, and 99 on this. They don't use 110 or 119, so I wouldn't recommend using these. I would just use an SL3. It's easier. If you want FTA TV, you're going to have a free-to-air satellite receiver and a linear polarized LNB. The ones that I'm using are circular. They will not be used, or you can't use them for FTA TV. You have to have a linear polarized LNB system with an FTA dish. Here's the back of the dish. What are all these bolts? These bolts right here, this is called the reflector. So, like I said, it beams the signal into the LNB. So, these bolts change the skew or the tilt. So, it's like a clock. The dish goes like this. And wherever zone you're in, whatever state or country, you have to fine-tune it until you get a good signal. This right here is the elevation up-down. So, basically, the dish can go up and down. Azimuth left and right. So, you can find the pan for the satellite. And this one right here is the lockdown bolt. Lock it down and set your stuff, and you're all set to go. This is your dither, so you fine tune your dish even more to get the maximum signal strength. Right now I have 99% on satellite 101. I have 86% on 110 and 77% on 119. So that's plenty enough signal for TV. These are RG6 coaxial lines. They carry power and a signal to your receiver. And they go all inside your house. Now, I'm not going to show inside of my room with the receiver, but I do have one in a shed. Okay, this is an old obsolete Dish 625 receiver. It's MPEG 2, so it cannot find the MPEG 4 frequencies from Dish Network. It can't find those signals anymore. But how does this work? This is a DVR. It would have a hard drive inside. Just try to pull this off. But it would have a hard drive inside where that blue thing is. So, right here is your remote antenna. Connect your RF and remote to your receiver so you can control your receiver from any part in the house. You have satellite input 1. It's a dual tuner. So you have it input 1, satellite input 2, TV 2, so you can run another TV off one receiver. And you have distribution. You have optical audio out, S-video out. Antenna cable, which is analog. This receiver is not useful for that. It's got a USB, which does nothing, and a phone jack, which gets phone landline stuff, I guess. VoIP, maybe. Now, with older Dish 811, even though it's obsolete MPEG 2, may still get over-the-air digital frequencies. It may. So I recommend trying that, or a 211K is the best, but if you want an old user interface, like a very, very, very vintage interface that may still have a chance of working, I'd go with a Dish 811. Here's another LNB from the 500. Dish Pro, so it has a switch built in. And 119i and 110i. So you have two switch or receivers, so receiver 1, 2, 3, 4, or you can feed two receivers if you want a dual tuner. You just run two lines from the dish to the back of receiver. Here's some more SL3 LNBs. Here's power inserter for DirecTV. What's a power inserter? So, IRD indoor receiver decoder. That's your receiver. So, cable goes to that. This goes to the dish. It carries power and signal. So, it powers up your LNB and carries signal from the LNB to the receiver. So, that's what that's for. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.